Good afternoon and a very warm welcome. It surely is to each and every one of you. Thanks very much indeed for making a date with me on my YouTube trending channel, which is Peter's Racing Tips. And a very warm welcome indeed to today's preview of Wednesday's action. Today is Tuesday afternoon, time of broadcasting around about 3:30. Great to have you with me. I'm looking forward to marking your card on 3 horses on Wednesday, which are running at Leicester, 2 of them, and one even further up the north at Carlisle, and I'll be giving those free of charge in just one moment. All 3 anticipated, although the bookmakers haven't priced the events up yet. They should be around about 10 to 1. Maybe one of them should be about 16 to 1. So we're looking at 100 to 1 minimum doubles, and the treble a minimum 1,000 to 1. And even at each way odds, they're going to pay around 20 to 1 for an each way treble. And I'm just adjusting my little phone by the side there, because I've just got a couple of things which are coming through there to me at the same moment as I'm broadcasting. Now, before we go any further, I did tip a big winner yesterday, obviously, with a horse called, it won at 6 to 1 into 9 to 2. It was called Different Tone, wasn't it? Different Tone. That was the horse. I think it was called Different Tone anyway. It was ridden by Tom Marquand and duly absolutely bolted up. It wasn't the only winner I've tipped on this line, as you well know, but a majority of horses that I'm actually tipping you are in Ireland. And it's in Ireland where there's been absolutely a squadron of winners in August, which has been absolutely murdering the bookies big time. But on this channel, I've given you horses like Slamador, which has been back from 16 to 1 into 7 to 1. I've just got a little list there as well. Royal Juniper, 16 to 1. Backed into 15 to 2. That was another huge gamble winner, along with a horse called Sarah Bera, which won as well. Another big winning bet, 10 to 1 into 7 to 2. Mika Malpek was another big gamble, 7 to 1 to 5 to 1. Laugh If You Want was another big Irish winner, 18 to 1 into 7 to 1, and so forth and so on. A Great View, ridden by Mark Walsh last Monday, 6 to 1, absolutely one doing handstands. Another winner, and many, many more indeed. Now, a Emerald bet winner last Thursday, was a horse called Kampala Beach, which won at 14 to 1 into 11 to 1, was another big winning bet indeed. And today, you're a bit too late for this one, really, because it's been on all night last night, and it's been on all day today. But there was a bet running at Roscommon, but it runs tonight later on. Now, when I tipped it yesterday, it was 14 to 1. And this morning, it was still 14 to 1. But then we pushed the troops out. We pushed the troops out like a military operation. Push. And it is now down to 4 to 1 favourite. Bookmakers paying a quarter of the odds first 4 on it as well. So we've got the value, and that's what I've been telling you all along. If you're backing horses above the prices what they should be, you're beating the bookies at their own game, and that's what I'm doing for you. Backing horses which are winning at 16 to 1 into 7 to 1, Slamador, Royal Juniper 18 to 1 into 7 to 1, Sarah Bera 10 to 1 into 7 to 2. These are horses which are way ahead of the handicapper. That's another thing in common, by the way. They're all in handicaps. So all the horses I'm giving you winning at big prices, including the horses I'm going to give you for tomorrow in a moment, free of charge. These 3 big price ones, Leicester and Carlisle, are all in handicaps, which supposedly are the hardest, races to forecast. Which that's true because you're up against the official handicapper, but I know different, and that's what I'm talking about. Beating the bookies at their own game and beating the racing game at their own game, beating the handicapper. Well, you only do that if you know what you're doing. I've been in this business for over 40 years, and obviously I study really hard, and I've got a lot of help as well from some very, very clever people helping me. And everybody's on the same side on my side. We're all working together for one thing: winners. And when I've got the winners, I'll pass them on. It's as simple as that, and that's what I've been doing for you. Well, before we go any further, there is that big bet tonight running at Roscommon. I wish you the best of luck with that. A record amount of people have played that today, and good luck with that one. It is expected to run a huge race. Obviously, it wouldn't be on there if it wasn't. But before I give you these 3 bets at Leicester and Carlisle, and they're big price ones, and I like all them three, just like I like Different Tone, which won yesterday with Tom Marquand on, sweeping through. A lovely performance, wasn't it? No less than I expected, stepping up in trip, and it duly did the business, no problems at all. Well, I can tell you I've got not one bet tonight. I'm just going to adjust the settings on this computer because I think it's gone a teeny weeny bit dark, so I'm just going to bear with me. I don't know if it affects what you're seeing, but I've tried to make it a bit lighter. Anyway, right. Last night I did tell you about a horse running at Sligo on a Wednesday night with no form whatsoever to recommend it. No, more noughts than, well, loads of noughts. And that's true. That's still running. And I think that one will be about 16s or 20s because nobody will find that. Nobody. But I've got it. And I think it'll win. I like it a lot, right? That is running, all set up and fancied. Right, I'm on that. But this morning, something else come through to me, also from Sligo, from my people over there. And also, I've double-checked it all out, and I like it a lot as well. So everything's double-checked, cross-checked, and everything else like an aeroplane. It's a military operation. You've got to make sure you cross-check things and not just shove them out. And this other one looks like being about 16s and 20s as well. So the double's about 400 to 1. And even the each-way double's about 16 to 1 if they're both placed. I like them both. I know they're both fancied. If you want them both, it's not £20. It's two for just 10. Two for £10. Two for £10. There are two Emerald bets, both running at Sligo. You know the power we've got. We're forcing the market. The bookmakers are running for cover. I give you a lot of big price Irish winners on here. I've just gone through them all like a Delcio, 16 to 1, 10 to 1, 12 to 1, 180 to 1 double on two Irish Raiders. I haven't mentioned them. 180 to 1 double on two Irish Raiders, which was... I can't remember the name, Longsure 20 to 1, and another thing which was second 12 to 1. Both each way, paid 20 to 1 and each way double at Chepstow week last Friday. That's not even mentioned. Well, it is now. Now then, these two at Sligo, two for a tenner. If you want them, you know what you do. You pay me the tenner, bank to bank. There's no other way. We're not doing PayPal and all that palaver. No. It's bank to bank, 1 to 1, me to you. I know who you are, you know who I am. And that's how we work it. Once you've paid the tenner, just email petersracingtips@gmail.com and then Anne will send you the bet back and you'll be up and running, ready to go. It's all very clearly explained. Most people have got it right now. Most people are playing. There are loads and loads of people playing. Most people are taking part in these extra bets because I've told you time and time again, and I have to reiterate it, my Emerald bets, win, lose, or draw, and of course, another 14 to 1 winner last week into 11 to 1 was a massive winner for us on there, and massive winner for everyone who played. And on Sunday, wasn't it, a 6 to 1 winner as well? I even forgot to mention that. 6 to 1 winner, which was only available, 6 to 1 winner on the Emerald line was only available if you're a member of my Telegram club, my Telegram 500, because it come through to me late, too late to go on this channel. So you had to be in the Telegram club to get the notification. Lots of people did, lots of people got it, and it did the business, no problem at all. The name escapes me of the horse. It was Borden, not Lizzie Borden. It was something Borden anyway. It won at 6 to 1 doing handstands, and it was backed in from 7 or 8 to 1 as well. All right. So if you want these two bets for a tenner, you know what to do. And I said over and over again, the Emerald bets are my strongest recommendations. Even though you've had all those big winners, 18 to 1, 16 to 1, 10 to 1, 180 to 1, doubles, all that. These are my strongest bets. And the reason is because I charge for them. Right. So I want you to win. Listen, it's not rocket science. I want you to win so you keep playing. That's what it is. I put my best bets on there so you win and then you carry on playing. That's how it works. And this is my shop window, and this is important it wins as well. But I believe that my Emerald bets are the strongest bets, and those over a long period of time will outperform everything I send out. And believe me, I send a lot of winners out, as you well know. All right? So get yourselves those two at Sligo. Put £10. As I say, today's bet's been backed off the boards, and these will be punted as well. The bookmakers are running for cover. They can't beat these Irish horses. They might be able to beat the English ones, and you never know. But I don't think they can beat my Irish. They just can't. They can't. It's as simple as that. I've been doing it year in, year out, and cleaning them out year in, year out. They can't beat me. They can't. It's impossible. Anyway, let's move on. Here we go. Let's go to Leicester for the first of these 3 bets I've got for you right now. I'm going to go to the 5:30 at Leicester for a kickoff, and that's the opening race there. I'm just having a quick look where we are with this. And the horse I like here is number 2. It's called Salsa Dancer. Salsa Dancer, trained by Archie Watson, this one, and ridden by Ross O'Brien. I won't go too deep into it, but one of the key factors of why I like this gelding, there's many reasons, but certainly stepping up in trip to 7 furlong from 6, where it ran last time under Holly Doyle, who rode it the time before as well at Carlisle, is an absolute massive plus. And I think Ross O'Ryan's going to get the winning ticket here. Number 2, Salsa Dancer. Definitely needed a bit further last time up when it ran at Kempton Park. It had the cheap pieces on that day, and it's got them on again for this race here. Number 2, it's called Salsa Dancer. There are 10 runners go to post. I'm not sure, should be 8 or 10 to 1, something like that. Looks a fairly competitive nursery, 0 to 65, but I think this one's got a little bit up its sleeve. It ran in a 0 to 70 last time, so it's coming down in grade. It's come down in the weights from 68 to 67, but it's going up in trip. So it's the ABC, the Jack Queen King, 1, 2, 3, Queen King Ace, Acker on the bounce, whatever you want to call it. It's number 2, Salsa Dancer, and it's my first free bet of the day. I like it a lot. I can't imagine it not running a big race, and I think it might well win. I do. I like it an awful lot. A good bit of placing by Archie Watson. And there we go. So the 5:30 at Leicester. That's number 2, Salsa Dancer. Let's be dancing after that one, eh? There's a good one. 7:02 at Leicester is the other race I want to talk about before we go up north to Carlisle. And let me just turn to that now. I'm just getting myself a bit waylaid here. Now, this one's a real big price. It should be 16 to 1 or something like that. I mean, you never know what price they're going to be when the book is. I'm generally quite right. I'm not too bad on the tissue. I'm quite right at, quite good at forecasting these SPs and prices. But they do shorten up rapidly, my horses, obviously with 2,500 people on them. And these emeralds, obviously, when people are paying £10 for a bet, they're having a bit more than £2 on, that's for sure. So, get on early, book early, get the price. And let me tell you what I've got now. Now, I've got a horse here now. Its form figures are, I'm going to tell you what they are, 790-8098. 790-8098. Terrible. But there are valid reasons to think this one's ready to strike. And I'm not going to go into them because it'll take a long time. But what I can tell you, the horse is extremely well handicapped. It's ready to strike, coming to the boil, and I think it'll go very close indeed. It's number 5. It's called Tuscan. Tuscan. Trained by David O'Meara, and trained but ridden by a man with a great name, Mark Wynne. And that's what we want to win. Mark Wynne claims £3. It's number 5. It's called Tuscan. It's a real big one. Valid excuses last time out. I can't even begin to tell you. Valid excuses last time out when Danny Tudhope rode it. That was on the 11th of August back at Musselburgh. It's come all the way down now to Leicester. And I certainly think O'Meara's going to bring a winner in here. It's a big price, this. Real big. It's number 5. It's not really come to hand yet, but the message I'm getting, stand by, it's ready to pop up. Used to be trained by Charlie Hills, now with David O'Meara. Mark Wynne takes another £3 off it. It's already down to a winning mark of 76. It's potentially thrown in. It really is. This horse was running off a mark of 93 back in May. 93. It's down to 76. And for my reckoning, that's nearly 2 stone. Well, it's 1.5 stones better off. It's really well in. And David O'Meara is the man to land the pot here with number 5, Tuscan. Don't miss it, whatever you do. It's a big one, and I think it's got a great chance. Each way, don't miss it. The final bet now runs at Carlisle, one of my favourite hunting grounds as well. I love it up there. I've had a runner myself up there. It didn't win, sadly, but it was a runner, and I enjoyed going up there. Long way to go, but it's worth it. It's a nice place, a nice part of the world, that for sure, near the Lake District. Now, I've got this horse here now, right? I'm gonna give you this, but as I say, once more, if you want the 2 Sligo bets, you get 2 for a tenner, right? Not £10 each, 2 for a tenner. Pay £10 to my bank, which is on the description below, and then email petersracingtips@gmail.com. www.emeraldhorses.com, and make sure you write Emerald in the description. It's all down below. Most of you know what you're doing and how to play it. Now, there's a horse running here. I'm going to give it you free before I come back to you at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And I'll just tell you this. Both the horses at Sligo run after 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's going to be a big night, isn't it? All right, I'll have big night if you play your cards right. So we're going to go big tomorrow night. Big. Now then, there's a horse here what raced and come last time out. Last of 9. And before that, it was 7th of 8th. Forget those 2 runs. Forget it. Nonsense. Number 3, it's called Hugo Mont. Hugo Mont. H-O-U-G-O-U-M-O-N-T. Hugo Mont. Trained by Julie Camacho. And interestingly, Ryan Sexton, one of the best young apprentices in the business, claiming 3, has been booked to ride and replaces Paul Mulrennan, who's rode it the last twice, where it comes 7th of 8th and last of 9. We'll say no more about that. All what I will say is, last night it couldn't have been any more unlucky than it was. It couldn't have been any more lucky. It could well have won, but it got balked and bumped, and Mulrennan had to pull it up in the end. He couldn't do a thing with it. But Ryan Sexton can. And he is the Sexton. And tell you what, Sexton Blake, do you remember him? Sexton Blake. Number 3, Hugo Mont. There's the one. I've done the detective work, not Sexton Blake. And it runs in the 3:15 at Carlisle. And I think that's a goblin of a bet. I like it a lot. Number 3, Hugo Mont, 3:15 at Carlisle, to come from last of 9 to first. Tuscan in the 7:02 at Leicester. Real big in there for the old David O'Mara and Mark Wynne. And Salsa Dancer, 5:30 at Leicester, looks a penalty kick. A penalty kick. We know they can miss, but I don't think I'm going to miss. Straight at the net, bang. That's it. But whatever happens on them 3, and I think they've all got great chances. No, I know they have. But don't miss them 2 at Sligo. Both huge prices. If either one wins, you're going to show a healthy profit. And if both come up, you can chuck your cards on the table to the boss and say you're finished. Job done. That's it. I'll see you at 6 tomorrow. Go get them.